I want to bring in now the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, who was, of course, in that briefing, Senator Bob Menendez. Senator, it's good to see you. Thanks for being back on the show.
Good to be with you, Hallie.
Let me start with what we just heard from Senator Graham there, saying that it sounds like negotiators are close to a finalized package. You are close to finishing this up. Do you agree with that assessment? Is that accurate?
Well, we've been working diligently around the clock to get to a bipartisan package. I'm cautiously optimistic that we will. And I think that what we heard today at the briefing dictates the urgency of now.
Explain that. Why?
Well, without getting into the specifics of the intelligence briefing, the picture that I can develop overall from it is that, in fact, and we see from the public facts of 130, maybe 150,000 Russian troops assembled, not only the troops that are assembled, but all the backup to those troops, that, in fact, this is a moment in time in which the European continent is going under the greatest threat it has ever had since the 1940s. So the reality is that us coming together with a strong bipartisan package that would provide crippling sanctions to Russia if, in fact, they did invade, and to sanction up front some of the things they have already done, like false flag operations, trying to destabilize the Ukrainian government, and other things are important as well. So I think we're very close, and I look forward to being able to join with Senator Risch, the ranking member, to let everybody know what we were able to accomplish.
You said something, Senator, that caught my ear about these sanctions up front, right? Essentially pre-invasion sanctions. And it's our reporting that it sounds like there will be some of those, but that there would be a national security waiver for President Biden to opt out. You're comfortable with that?
If that's where we come down, absolutely. And I don't like to call them pre-invasion sanctions because they suggest that, in fact, it is vis-a-vis the invasion. They are sanctions for malign actions that Russia and actors have already taken. But having said that, yes, if there's a waiver for the president, that's fine. I think he will want to impose. In fact, the administration has already imposed some sanctions on Ukrainian individuals who are working with the Russians to undermine the Ukrainian government.
I want to ask you, because you also mentioned false flag operations, and we have new reporting on that here at NBC News this afternoon. As you've heard, actually, publicly, intel officials, defense officials confirming Russia was planning this staged, fake, filmed attack, basically, hiring actors, et cetera, as a pretext for an invasion. Your reaction?
Well, first of all, I applaud the administration for declassifying and making it public to the world. We need to keep exposing Putin for what he is, the aggressor here. He is trying to create some set of circumstances so that he can claim the right to invade Ukraine. There will never be a right to invade Ukraine. You will always be the aggressor, President Putin, and that's how history will judge you. So I know he's trying to find some excuse, but we cannot let him have an excuse. And I appreciate that the administration, and to that fact, Great Britain once before, are putting the information out there to take the rug from underneath Putin in terms of being able to claim some legitimate reason. There is none. There is none.
Let me ask you about the other, obviously, huge foreign policy news happening today, and that is that raid in Syria. We know that it came after that, week-long standoff, right, with ISIS militants at that prison in Syria. The U.S. military had to get involved in a support role to take it back. Now you have this raid targeting ISIS leadership. Do you see the U.S. as heading back toward a more active role in that conflict?
Well, I think this is, first of all, I want to applaud President Biden. He took a more riskier to our military decision in order to save civilian lives. Of course, al-Quraishi, the leader of ISIS who was killed, showed his depravity by exploding a bomb and killing his family members and children. It just shows you what we're up against. I think what we're going to continue to see is an engagement to take ISIS wherever they are and however we can to undermine their abilities to attack the homeland. And so the president should be applauded for the action.
Do you believe we're giving our partners on the ground enough support to accomplish the mission of defeating ISIS?
I think we are engaged globally, and we are helping all of those who are joined with us in common cause to defeat ISIS. And in that regard, yes, and we will continue to do so.
Okay. Senator Bob Menendez, thank you very much for being with us on what I know is a big and busy day, especially for the chair of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Great to be